Hey everybody, it's EK from Gorman Designs, and I am coming in with the first part in my 5 Fast Cards series for the July Mediterranean Dreams subscription kit. And before I get to the cards, I want to show you what I did with these 12 by 12 ephemera sheets. I went ahead and cut them straight up. In fact, this is card 2 that has more square edges, but I also round cut things and fussy cut items. So now my 2 ephemera sheets that are included in the kit are ready for crafting. I pulled out 5 card blanks from my personal stash, and let's get going. Card 1. I used this gorgeous paper from Scrapberry. I am the paper, It's the paper. This kit is all about the paper and the ephemera and the paper. The paper is so thick and glorious, and it's not cardstock, but it's that super heavyweight, really awesome. I'm in love with the paper. You that this kit's designing itself solely off of the fact that the paper is stunning. So I took one of the ephemera sheets out, and it's this lovely lemon bouquet, and I decided to mat it with some of the iridescent blue paper in the kit, just to, I don't know, make things seem a little more special. The paper's so cool. Why would you need it? So I did it, and I added it to the card, and I thought it actually worked out really nicely because the picture on the main piece of paper has got that lovely blue, and now the wreath has the lovely blue, and it's a nice coordination of effects here. I almost left the card just like this, but then I remembered the stamp set from the kit, and it had the really cool "Wish You Were Here." I wish the sentiment said "Wish I Was Here," because that's where I want to be right now. Wherever that is in the Mediterranean, I want to be. So I took out the stamp set, grabbed my stamping platform, because if you know me, you know I can't stamp, and stamped out the image using some VersaFine black ink. It's the first time I've used this stamp, so as with many first-time stampings, you kind of need sometimes a little bit extra. So I double stamped. Thank goodness for my stamping platform. Again, almost left the card right here, but then remembered I had the exclusive to this kit Sparkle Blend sequin pack. So I pulled out a couple different shades of sequins just to embellish the card a little bit, added them with my glossy accents. And there you go. There is the first card from today's kit. If you missed the unboxing of this kit from earlier this week, I will add a little link to it right here so that way you can see all the gorgeous supplies that are included in this week's kit. For card 2, I started with the really pretty, I don't know, plank blue wood, but I wanted a raining card because I knew I had this really cool raining stamp set here. Raining stamp. And I figured the blue background would be perfect to stamp upon. So now you're going to have to bear with me as I badly stamp out my printed background. I'm now really a big fan of taking a piece of printed paper and turning it into an even more piece of printed paper by stamping on it. Unfortunately, if you've been around, you know I'm not very good at stamping. And this, I'm not holding this block as well as I should be, because I dropped it, and not only did I drop it, but I left a smudgy, ugly ink in the middle of my card. Also, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I don't stop and redo. And with the kit, I actually can't do that because I don't have the papers. I only have one of each paper. So I took out the black ink pad I was using and just distressed the snot out of the paper in the vain hope that it looked like it was supposed to be smudgy. I don't think I actually got there, but we're just going to pretend it's all good. I don't know. It's probably not nearly as bad as I like to think it is. I think it looks awful. But the black smudging around the end, I really do think added a nice effect. I took some of the ribbon that's included with the kit and using some score tape, just simply wrapped it around the side of the paper, knowing that I was going to lay the paper down onto a card frame and hope that I could keep it smooth enough that you wouldn't notice that there's a little bit of bulk from the ribbon. And here I go. Because of the ribbon on the background, I didn't just use my stamping platform, or not my stamping platform, my Tombow adhesive roll. I actually used the score tape because it really is just a little bit more stable than the Tombow roller. Wow, words are hard. But I've got this adhered to the card frame, and I think it works out quite nicely. To finish the card, I pulled out one of the pieces of ephemera with the gorgeous blue, and I thought the complementary colors of each other would work really nicely with the blue background and the stunning, stunning, stunning orange foreground. It needed just a little bit more, so I pulled out one of the wood veneer pieces, the wood charms that are included in the kit, and it's just a little raindrop, so I thought it was quite fitting, and I didn't want to do anything more than just adhere it to the card, so that way it didn't take too much away from that gorgeous piece of ephemera. And there you have card 2 from today's kit, a nice piece of unforgettable beauty of the Mediterranean. I pulled out the other piece of blue card printed paper from the kit and adhered it onto the card frame. This is a super easy, super simple, super quick card, but I don't think it's boring, and I don't think it's, I like it. I like it. I think it works. So I used the blue printed paper, trimmed it up to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and then added the To the Beach ephemera piece to the top of it. No, I'm not leaving it just there because I'm pulling out the sticker set included in today's kit and adding the sandcastle. This is a 3-dimensional sticker, and it's incredibly rough and textured, like sand. And I figured for good measure, I'd add the sun too. And there you go. There's the card. Again, super simple, super easy, but one that I think you can easily give to somebody. For card 4, I wanted to do some stamping. You get included in the kit a bright, sunny yellow ink pad from Scrapberry. It's actually a water-activated ink, but I'm just using it as a regular ink pad here because I like the color. I think the color is bold. There's, usually you get a yellow ink pad, and it just... This one, I think, is sunny and bright, and it's clear, and it's not too pale, and it's not too faded, and I'm kind of in love with the bubble stamp. I mean, I'm really kind of in love with the bubble stamp. So, I stamped everything out, leaving some white along the top. I don't know, I think it worked. To me, it almost looks like reef. And then I found the cocktail ephemera sheet. I forgot when I trimmed up things that I had the really cool cocktail ephemera sheet. And the yellow bubbles and the cocktail ephemera sheet very clearly go together. I also wanted to add some of the ribbon that's included in the stamp set. So using some score tape, I taped down the ribbon. This is actually straight onto the card frame. This, the white piece of cardstock you're looking at is actually the card frame. So, yeah. By the way, guess who adhered her ribbon upside down? Yeah, this person. This person adhered her ribbon upside down. Did not notice it until I was editing the video. Completely unaware that the waves are upside down. So now it's just a really cool abstract image, right? Huh? Did I make it work? Am I selling it? Because it's totally upside down. For the drink ephemera sheet, I'm so ashamed. For the drink ephemera sheet, I used some 3-dimensional adhesive squares and realized that maybe I should put some in the middle because, one does not want their ephemera sheet sagging over their upside down piece of ribbon. The good news is I have covered the majority of the ribbon, and now it really is just a piece of abstract. Yeah. Way to go, EK. Nice job. I do like how the sentiment came out on this one. I started by stamping the sentiment in the yellow ink, which obviously not bright enough to really hold on its own. So I then stamped it again, and I freehand stamped it. Look at this. Watch me freehand stamp it. I freehand stamped it over, leaving a nice yellow shadow effect to the actual sentiment. And it says the tans will fade, but the memories will last forever. I wanted to add another one of the wood charms to this card, but it needed color, and it needed yellow, so I pulled out a little bit of cheap acrylic yellow paint and just with my, yeah, you can see the gorgeousness of my painting here. With my finger, I just carefully rubbed on some yellow paint. And then got the smooges out because, yeah, I definitely left smooges. And I adhered on the sunglasses with my glossy accents. I use my glossy accents for one and only reason. I actually have adhesives that work a little bit better than this one, but they're sunglasses. And what does one need in the middle of sunglasses? That's right, one needs reflective lenses. So I filled in the lenses with my glossy accents, and now they're all shiny. It worked out really well. And there you go. There's my weird but effective fourth card. For my final card today, it's not actually my final card. I wanted to show you how you could use actually some of the really more difficult printed paper. This may actually be my favorite printed paper in the provided, the scrapberry papers that are in the kit. It's this collection of doors, but it's actually, I think, a harder piece to design with. So I pulled out a piece of the metallic Autumn Hay Petalic cardstock and backed my card frame with it so I could mat this door paper over it. Now there's a little bit of reflectiveness behind this really intricate printed paper. So I added the printed paper to the card. And frankly, the paper is so stunning, I think you could leave the card just like this, but I wanted to show you how you could take it one step further. So I pulled out some of the ephemera sheets and added the sentiment, beautiful, life, and love. Because I think when you look at something as gorgeous as a collection of doors like this, that's exactly what you see. A little simple adhesive from my Tombow runner. Yes, I got the life crooked. Yes, I pulled it up and fixed it. Yes, Tombow gives you that ability. You have a little bit of wiggle room to fix a mistake. Now they are locked down. I felt the sentiments were floating a little bit, so I wanted to ground them. So I pulled out a fine point black pen, I think it's a 3.3, and just simply and carefully outlined the sentiment, or the ephemera sheets, and I think it kind of grounded my sentiment more into the background, or I think it worked. I think it grounded it in. It almost gave it a matting effect. Yes, it's a super simple card, but I think it works. I think the paper alone makes the card fun. Okay, so in the kit you get 3 card frames. So I have a bonus card for you today using one of the card frames. This is, I keep saying it's a 6x6 card frame. I think it's 7x7. No, I have not pulled a ruler out, but I cut this piece of paper down to 5x5 inches, and it definitely looks like there's more than half an inch on each side of, oh, you know what, this is probably 6x6 inches. I could solve this by grabbing a ruler and actually measuring the card. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, my friends, because the ruler is somewhere across the room and I'm feeling ultra lazy. I told you I was in love with the bubble stamp. I'm in love with the bubble stamp. Did you know you could stamp on the iridescent paper? You can. It is not as crisp and clean as one normally wants their stamping. But look how cool it is. It's like little bubbles floating in a background of fuzz. I don't know. I like it. And the bubble stamp is awesome. I like that when you move this paper, the stamping shows up. It's almost become my own hieroglyph. I can do this. Nope, no, it's not going to happen. Speech impediment is totally going to stop me from saying hieroglyphic. Oh, that's not it. I really tried. I added a piece of ephemera to the top of it. And really almost left it there, but realized I stamped on the card. I should stamp on the envelope. I wish you could see this color. It's not quite yellow. It's definitely not quite chartreuse. It is something between the two colors, and I'm in love with this color paper. I realize this tone of yellow is not really for everyone, but for me, oh, it's awesome. Again, almost left it right here, but then remembered I had sequins. So I pulled out 3. That's it, just 3 sequins in blues and in yellows. No yellow, no blues, only yellows. and added it to my coolers of life ephemeral. No, I didn't pull out my pick today. Life was difficult, so I glued sequins with my fingers. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but I did it anyway. And there you go. There is a bonus card for today. If you've made it this far in the video, congratulations. You're the only place that's getting to see the bonus card. Thank you very much for popping into my video today. Let me know in the comments below which of these 6 cards is your favorite. Until then, happy crafting.